Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. Today I have something that's pretty cool. This is the T-38. Now this is a 70mm EDF. And we got some graphics on here from Cali Graphics. They do very good work. And this has a fuselage length of 56 inches and a wingspan of 33 inches. This will fly on a 6-cell battery pack. And I'm using a FMS EDF unit back here. Now, right now, this jet with battery pack in it weighs roughly 3¼ pounds. Just a little bit over that. And the EDF unit puts out just a little bit under 6 pounds of thrust. So this is going to have a lot of thrust and should fly this jet really well with a lot of authority. It will have a lot of power. Now this is printed with lightweight PLA. And like I said, the graphics are from Cali. And this jet here, this is a scaled up version of the Lofted Arrows T-38, the smaller T-38 that I showed you guys earlier a few months ago on my channel. And that jet is this one here. Well, this is a different one because I reprinted another one. And this is it. As you can see, going from the 50mm EDF to the 70mm EDF, this is huge compared to this 50mm. Now, I scaled this up and printed this, but when I did that, certain things didn't fit at the time. And so what I did, I put some of the parts into Fusion and did some reverse engineering on them to get things to fit a lot better. And what I did in Fusion 360, let's show you here, put this down here so we get it out of the way. Now, this has a carbon fiber tube through here. And I don't remember the size of it. I want to say the tube originally is 8mm through here. And the back one here, I want to say it's, it could be 4mm back. I just don't remember off the hand right now. So we've got a rod that goes through here, all the way through here, the fuselage, and one back here for the horizontal stabs back here. Now, when you scale this up in your slicer, those holes for that are going to be slightly off. So if this was 6mm back here, when you scale this up, now when I scaled it up, the 8mm rod is too big to go in here now, and the 6mm rod is too small. And so when I measured it, the hole in there is right around 7mm. So what I ended up doing is putting this section and this wing, one of these wings, into Fusion and converting it into a solid body. And once I converted that into a solid body, then I was able to just go ahead and fill the hole and then recut the hole for an 8mm rod to fit through here. And that's what I did for the wing here and the fuselage here. And the same thing for the back. I just took one of the horizontal stabs and the back section here and turned those into a solid body in Fusion 360, and then was able just to fill that section and then cut that out for the proper size carbon tube to go back here. Also, when you scale this up, I'll show you here, this is the original elevator, excuse me, not elevator, but servos for the ailerons, I believe they're called elevators, excuse me, aileron and elevators. You know, as you can see, it's small, the smaller one here. Now, what I did, again, I put these into Fusion. Well, first of all, when I printed this out for a 70mm jet, this is how big it turns out. And it's pretty much, that's a standard size servos. And for a plane this size, you don't want a standard size servo on here. So what I ended up doing is putting the original STL file in Fusion, and again, turning it into a solid. And then I cut my own hole out of it to fit the servo that I'm going to use in here. So yeah, I did that with that. So this jet here, it has, again, it just uses the elevator, and the elevators act as ailerons too, to have the pitch and the roll for this jet. So yeah, this here is pretty cool jet. Let's show you the bottom of it. Don't want to. So yeah, this is a pretty cool jet, and we have the hatch here. Comes off just like that, and yeah. So I'll have the link to purchase the 50 millimeter jet for this, or the 50 millimeter files for this jet. And if you do decide to scale it up, you're going to have to do some work on it like I did to get the tubes to fit properly inside of it. But yeah, and I believe this, the files for the 50 millimeter jet, I believe they're like $19. Full disclosure, they did send me the files for this, but it's something that the T-38 is one of my favorite jets, and this is just, to me, it's just a great, great design, very simple design, nothing really complicated on here, and so that's what makes this is a very well-designed jet, because there's nothing complicated on it. It prints well, even like I did here, made it bigger. It prints well, prints easily. There's no, you know, tricky parts or anything like that. It'll probably print in pretty much any slicer. I printed this on my Bambu Labs, my HS2 or H2S, HS2. It's one of the two, and I printed that on all of this on that. So yeah, and even scaling this up, I didn't have to cut any more, you know, when you scale up certain planes, you might have to break the parts up smaller to fit on your printer, but I didn't have to do any of that, even with the size of this jet. And this jet is not, you know, particularly huge, making this a 70 millimeter jet, but it still is a good size. This size right here, I really wouldn't want to print this any bigger, like a 90, and continue to keep this as a hand-launched jet. This is about the biggest I'd want to print a jet that's going to be hand-launched. And having the thrust that this one's going to have, it should be zero issues with it, because as soon as I throw it, it should be on step as far as speed, due to the lot of thrust coming from the EDF unit. Like I said, the EDF unit puts out, I believe it said right around 5.8, 5.9 pounds of thrust. That's close to 6 pounds of thrust on a plane that's going to weigh, you know, weighs like 3¼ pounds, 3½ pounds. So yeah, it's going to be pretty good flying jet and everything, and it looks really cool too. So yeah, and what like I said, I've got the graphics from Cali Graphics, and I painted the nose up here black to give you that the T-38 look, the livery on it. So yeah, but anyway, that's going to do it for this video on this jet. And again, there will be a link to purchase the files for the 50 millimeter EDF T-38, and that's from Lofted Arrow. And like I said, I'll have that link down there in the description. And if you have any questions or anything about what I'm doing on my channel, or anything I've shown you guys how to do, just leave them down in the comments, or contact me on my Facebook group or my Patreon site. Both are called CAD Build Fly RC. And if you have any questions, go ahead and leave them over there, or if you just contact me through email. Also, if you can become a paid member on my Patreon site, it's only $5 a month. And the things that I show you guys how to model here on the YouTube channel, most likely it'll be over there on the my Patreon site for you to download. Once again, that's only $5 a month. So if you can download as many of the files over there as you want. So yeah, and so if you can, go ahead and join that. And so yeah, if you have any troubles modeling stuff or anything like that, you need one-on-one coaching or anything like that, shoot me an email to let me know, and we can arrange a time and stuff like that, and I will help you as the best I can. and show you how to model certain things in Fusion if you need that one-on-one help. And I can help you with an existing model, or if you want something out of the blue or anything like that, please let me know. So yeah, anyway, that's going to do it for this video. And if you can, go ahead and hit that like button and comment and subscribe. So yeah, that's going to do it for this, and I'll catch you in the next video.
Subscribe for more.